Star Trek Discovery's third season episode, Scavengers, explores how people see themselves, their self-image, and how they come to accept or repress the truth of who they are to themselves. Adira's acceptance of her unexpected, reignited relationship with Gray, one of Tal's former hosts, is odd and heartwarming and confounding. But once Stamets acknowledges her experience without judgment, she seems to lean into that relationship, relaxes, and embraces herself a bit more. Adira is now better able to become a fuller self. And by mentoring Adira in this way, Stamets too finds words to express his experience of losing and regaining a partner from death. Stamets is now better able to become a fuller partner and mentor. Now, what a better self means to a Terran isn't quite clear, but something is happening to Georgiou. From her flashbacks, it would seem she is struggling to repress feelings related to losing a son. In effect, Georgiou cannot look at herself truly because she fears weakness, as Michael suggested. And then we come to Michael's self-image, her self-understanding, which sits at the center of this episode's moment to discover. Saru, like this Trekkie, expresses his frustration and disappointment in Michael's decision to disobey direct orders, taking events into her own hands, and recruiting the former Terran Emperor for her rogue mission. As we've already seen in the Vulcan Hello, Michael seems to be prone to rogue behavior, although for the right reasons. And it seems that in this episode, when she walks out of Saru's office after being told not to pursue Book, she pauses and formulates her plan. There is no more doubting who she is. She's an individualist who cannot work within the hierarchical structure of Starfleet. Is she effective? Yes, absolutely. But as Saru said, not trustworthy as a first officer.
I am sorry.
I was particularly disappointed. While I agree with your intentions, the decision I am now forced to make comes down to one thing and one thing only, Commander. It's not about your skill. It's not about your ability. It is about trust. I take no pleasure in this. As of now, you are relieved of your duty as my number one. You will restrict yourself to Chief Science Officer duties only.
Saru, you're doing the right thing.
It is interesting that someone who Saru does trust as counsel is Ensign Sylvia Tilly. Their scene is powerful in engineering. And for that matter, their scenes together in this entire season have been golden week after week. Tilly is able to push her personal feelings aside and advise Saru on the proper course of action within the expectations of Starfleet protocol. She is becoming the number one for Saru that Michael has never been and might not ever be. Could we see Tilly promoted to lieutenant and assigned to the position of first officer? And if that happens, all I can say is, poor Harry Kim.
I didn't notice a little box on my chair.
But back to Michael. In People of Earth, Michael questions whether she can fit within the command structure of a starship again. That question seems to have been answered for herself in Scavenger, leading to greater self-understanding. And that is this episode's moment to discover the moment of self-knowledge. Okay, I can't talk about this episode without praising the redesign of the USS Discovery. Now, at first, I was a little annoyed that it was relabeled as the Discovery A, but at CJ at Tanagra on Twitter made a compelling argument that the A is meant to hide the fact that the Discovery came from the past, which is illegal in the 32nd century. So that fixes it for me. But I love the detached nacelles. That's a neat idea. I question its functionality, but it's a neat idea. I love the new texturing on its hull, the sleeker neck, and all the little enhancements that we're gonna come to get to know throughout the rest of the season. What a cool little gift that we get in this season that gives gift after gift. So, if I could cheat for a moment, the USS Discovery's refit design is a bonus moment to discover.